Terra Firma with you all. I've been on the Independence for 5 days, and I couldn't wait to get back and talk to Captain Daniel Hadawi. Daniel from the Island Ventura Sportfishing. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Phil. How you doing?
Hey, good, man. We had a long 5 day trip on the Independence, but the food and the crew and everybody on board, the people that were on board. You have a trip, we didn't catch a bluefin or a yellowtail on that trip. You have a trip like that, and there's bound to be somebody who's like, oh man, this sucks. This is blah, 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 blah. Not one.
Yeah,
Not one person.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Sounds like you still had fun with a good group of guys. It's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Absolutely. And speaking of having fun, man, the trip we did with you just about a week ago was absolutely fantastic for the opener. And a lot of people have watched that video. And I get a feeling A Star is Born because they absolutely love you and love the way you presented things in the video. So good job, man.
Thank you so much, Phil. It was a blast having you guys on the boat. Excuse me. I'm excited to do it again in about a month here. But yeah, that was an awesome video. I watched it with my family and friends, so that was super cool.
Yeah, or maybe sooner. Who knows? I might sneak up there again. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, so I get to learn along with everybody else because I've been 300-400 miles down the Baja coast for a few days. What's happening in the Channel Islands? What are you up to? What's the schedule for the Island Spirit and the California and the Endeavor, for that matter, if you want to tell us?
Yeah, right on. I'll give you kind of a overview of everything that's been going on here the last 5-6 days. So, obviously, you were out with us for our first trip, the opener. We had a few more trips after that. Seemed like the fishing kind of just got better and better every day. It was pretty nice fishing for us on here. Cody on the Californian got out a couple times. He had his last trip. He had limits of rockfish, so he had a pretty good trip there. And Tucker got out on the opener, and then the weather in the outer islands kind of held him in for a few days, but he's going out tonight and tomorrow night. He's about to get out on a good stretch of trips here. So Tucker's going looking for sea bass and whatever else tonight. And then me and Cody are both open party the next few days.
I think I saw some posts with quite a few lingcod you've been catching lately, in addition to all the other rockfish. Did I see that right?
Quantity and getting the kids excited. But yeah, a couple nice lingcod spots that I'd like to go back to on some of our future trips. We can get a light load and some nice weather and have some fun shallow water fishing. So yeah, lingcod fishing was good. The shallow water rockfish and whitefish was all good. Just overall, it was pretty good fishing every day for us there.
Excellent. Lingcod, that's one of the most sought after fish when you're fishing bottom fish for anglers. Any tips for how the lings were being taken, or what were your favorite way to fish them? Do you like to fish bait, or do you like to fish artificials? What do you say?
I'm a fan of the bait. We had live sardine for all our trips. So the guys that really wanted to try to catch a lingcod were fishing the double dropper loop with at least one live sardine on one of the hooks, and that was working pretty well. We were getting a lot of bites on that, so it was nice big sardine. The lingcod go crazy for that. So yeah, if you really want to try to catch a lingcod, I always recommend fishing a sardine, and then maybe fishing a squid strip on your top hook, so you can still have a chance of catching some rockfish, whitefish, whatever other critters are on the bottom there.
All right, excellent. How's the weather looking here now for the foreseeable future?
Man, we had a couple days where the weather was a little bit rough. Good enough for us to go, but not as nice as we'd like it to be. But for the foreseeable future, for this whole week here, it looks beautiful. It looks really, really nice. So for our trip Thursday, Friday. The weather it can't look any better than it does on the forecast,
And really, that is the battle in the chance. Once you get that under control, once you have the
Mhm.
weather on your side, I'm not saying you're going to kill them every single time, but man, your
Oh
odds
yeah.
just go through the roof, right?
Yeah, it makes it a lot more enjoyable and easy there when you're not just getting blown off of everything. But yeah, I'm really happy to see good weather in our forecast here.
All right. Hey, I'm going to read a couple comments and then get back to
Yeah.
more Channel Islands information. Jason Allen, who is up in Alaska, says good afternoon and wishes us both a good day. Travis Bright, who's a great guy. I love Travis, and he lives up there in your
Oh,
neck of the
nice.
woods and loves to fish with you. He says, good afternoon. Looking forward to the May 31st trip. Travis, me too. Can't wait to see you there. Ackman88 says, afternoon, Phil. Welcome back. Hey, it is great to be back programming. Note, I'll be live tonight at 6 p.m. on Tackle Shop Confessions right here. Live free, die free, afternoon, Phil. And then Q Ball says, Phil and Fishing Family. He is saying hello to everybody also. Kids fish free on Sundays. Let's reemphasize that. That is really cool. And this Sunday is no different.
Yep, this Sunday's no different. We're running that special all year long on Sundays. So you get a free child ticket, 12 and under, with every adult ticket that you buy. So that'll be going on all year. All you got to do is call the landing, talk to one of the guys, let them know you want to come fishing and that you're gonna be bringing a child so we can reserve an extra spot for you.
And Daniel, what a perfect way to introduce kids to fishing because this is not all that difficult. Kids can pull this off with
Oh yeah.
with a few minutes instruction from your great crew who I got to see in person the other day. They are
Mhm.
fantastic. But what a great way to take a kid out and introduce them to this great sport.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. And we take into consideration on that day that there's a lot of kids on the boat. Like I think most of the fleet was out in the really really deep water coding, but I knew we had the kids on the boat and I didn't want to go fish in like 80, 90 fathoms, whatever. So we kept it shallow. We fished in like the 20 fathom, 30 fathom area all day, and it was super easy for the kids. The quality was great. They all got to catch their first fish and have a good time. We even had one kid catch a double legal lingcod. That was pretty cool.
Wow, that's bitchin'.
Uh, yeah, so it was fun. The kids had a good time, and yeah, it was awesome for all of us to see too. Makes you smile when all the kids are having a good time and catching fish and everything's going well.
Yeah, and just to mention the fact that when you bring kids out, you might see a whale. We saw a gray whale the day we were
Mhm.
out with you. There's dolphin playing up there in the bow as you're motoring
Yeah,
toward the islands. There's all of that also for the kids.
yeah, absolutely. We had a mega pod of dolphins while we were fishing there too, and the kids were super interested in that. So yeah, the scenery that you get to kind of experience when you come on the boat, it's all fun. It's all good stuff.
Daniel, we talk a lot about rockfish, and I'm going to go back to it in a second. But when we
Hmm.
were on board, we also checked Anacapa Island. We checked it for halibut, sea bass.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, the day we were there, we had some adverse conditions. But you're keeping it honest. You're checking it. Is that part of your game plan on every trip?
It is part of my game plan on every trip. I tried to do it on Sunday there too, but it was kind of just way too windy back there. I had to kind of keep it moving. Didn't really have the conditions to get inside and try fishing there. But yeah, anytime that we're able to get out fishing, we have guys that want to do it. That's the kind of fishing that I like and want to do. So I'm always willing to go check it out inside and try to catch an exotic.
I know you've got your ear to everything that is going on up there. Have you heard anything about any squid moving in? Have you heard anything about sea bass, yellows, anything like that bouncing around up there?
I haven't really yet. The whole outer island fleet has kind of been tied up to the dock because of the wind out there. But like I said, they're going out tonight and for the rest of this week here. So I think we're gonna have a lot more positive news about that kind of stuff in the coming days.
All right, fantastic. Hey, hit that like button if you would, everybody. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Daniel, if I had to talk about tackle, how many rods, how many outfits do I need to bring, and what should they be?
Yeah. I personally think that you can bring two rods out and be totally covered and have everything you need. If you if you bring one like medium or like kind of let's call it a medium rod, something that's good for like deep water cod or something a little beefier for if we run into some like sea bass or something like that. Maybe a setup like that, and then something lighter to fish in the shallows with. So if you have like something rated like 15 to 40, call that like a medium setup. So a stick like that, and then another one that's like a little more light and fun to fish with in the shallows. That'll have you plenty covered. You don't need to bring like 5-6 rods or anything like that. Just something that you can put a 16-ounce sinker and 2 loops on, and then maybe something else that feels a little more comfortable with like a 6-ounce sinker and one hook for a sea bass or halibut, something like that.
And you like the dropper loop, straight dropper loop, right? When you're
Yeah,
fishing flatties.
yeah, just a regular dropper loop works best for me personally, I think. Yeah.
What is the range of where you fish for people who want to know? I was amazed, man. We're freaking out on a half day trip, which is
Mhm.
really a misnomer. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is really not a half day trip. It's a
Yeah.
much longer trip than that, but we're calling it an extended half day trip. What is the
Mhm.
range of where you can fish?
So I can fish. There's wrecks close to the harbor that we could fish if we wanted to. If there's bass and stuff like that biting, we could fish as close as like 3-4 miles from the harbor. We could fish up the beach towards like Carpinteria, Santa Barbara. We could fish down the beach towards like Harrison's Reef. Um, could go to Anacapa, the east end of Santa Cruz. There, we got quite a bit of ground we can cover. So we try to just keep it honest and find the best fishing available for that day and take you guys to experience it.
That is huge, man. That is so
Mhm.
awesome that you're able to fish all those different zones on a half day trip. Man, that is fantastic. When's the
Yeah.
next opportunity when people can join you? When's the next trip scheduled?
So we have a trip scheduled tomorrow. I only got a couple reservations. If we can get, I think like 10 more by the end of the day, we could make it a go. But I'm not too hopeful on that. Like I said, we're a little light on the reservations for tomorrow. If we do get out, we'll keep it shallow all day and we'll fish, lingcod and halibut and all that kind of fun stuff. But obviously, I don't think we're gonna get enough to get out tomorrow. We have the Rockfish Rumble on Thursday. That's with Western Outdoor News. It's kind of like their tournament. We're going out alongside the Californian and the Pacific Eagle, and I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think there's like a combined boat jackpot for the top 3 biggest fish for the day. So that'll be like a full day, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. deal. I'm not sure if there's any open spots for that on this open party and hoping to get out. Um, Saturday and Sunday, I think we got enough to go, but I still don't have any reservations for Friday. So, like I was saying about tomorrow, also, if we can get out with a pretty light load on Friday, I'll uh, I'll kind of make it like a shallow water special. Try to keep everything shallow. Fish for halibut, bass, lingcod, sheephead, all that good stuff. Try to catch some nice fish for you guys there.
Come on, Friedman Adventures family. You can do it. We only need 10 people for tomorrow. I have faith and confidence in you. Hey, Isaac says, good afternoon. Any way to pull off getting 2 kids on the Sunday trip if you are a single parent for the day?
Yeah, so if you bring a buddy with you, so if you have a fishing buddy, he can also bring one. So it's one child for free per adult ticket paid. So if you get 2 paid adult tickets, you can bring 2 kids for free.
Or 3 or 4 or whatever, right? As long as you have
Yeah,
a paid
you get
adult.
3 adults, you can bring 3 kids. It's just it's kind of like a buy one get one kind of deal.
That is a great deal, too, man. That's a
Yep.
big savings.
Oh yeah.
All right. Nate says, good to see you back. People thought I was going to be lost at sea. My wife was so concerned about our trip, Daniel, she had me double the life insurance. So, she was really worried. In fact, when I got back in, she said, oh, no, you're back? What happened? Hey, dude, I got to tell you one thing, and while I'm telling everybody else. So we're sitting there. We've been like trolling around for hours, nothing, right?
Mhm.
Freaking You gotta love this, man. And they jumped out of their seats in the wheelhouse. An F-18 flew about 100 feet over us, just
Jeez.
buzzed the hell out of us. And oh, I was so bitching, man. You just, that sound. And then
Yeah.
right behind him comes another one, man. We see him coming, and my son Philip, it was his birthday. He just stands up and starts screaming with his arms above his head. And man, that was so funny. And then I went up and talked to Brian in the wheelhouse. I go, dude, that had to have scared the hell out of you. And he goes, yeah, man. I mean, I just jumped up. I didn't know what was
Yeah.
going on. It was really a bitching moment, I got to tell you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Really cool. So back to the rockfish again. You are heavily on the bait, right? You don't like. I mean, I don't. Not that you don't like people using iron, but you think bait, or you've seen it work better than anything, right? Bait fishing is the way to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. For me personally, it's bait fishing all day. I like to see most of the passengers fishing with bait. I think you just catch more fish faster. Kind of have a better success rate there. If you want to fish the jig, I know that slow pitch thing's becoming pretty popular. We've had some people doing it on here.
Yeah,
That's totally fine. It's totally, it's your prerogative. If you want to fish your jigs, go ahead. But we just ask that if it's not working out, that you maybe, give bait a try. But if you're using the jig and slaying them, good for you, man. Keep it going. But we just ask that if it doesn't work, maybe try the bait.
yeah, and I mean, what you're saying is, hey, do whatever you like, whatever makes you happy. But
Yeah,
in my professional opinion, you're going to catch way more fish consistently on bait.
that's a beautiful way of putting it. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want people to think that you're anti jig
No.
or anything like that, but there's a lot of new people coming here
Yep.
and watching this, and they're hungry for what's going to make them successful, and it's going to be
Yeah.
bait.
Yeah.
And-
Absolutely. And even like for the shallow water fishing, like for the sea bass and halibut and stuff, that white fluke is super popular too. So I even recommend it when I tell guys how to set up for the halibut and sea bass. I always throw that in there. That if you have a like a white fluke with like a 3/8 or half ounce like orange head or something, that works really well too for the sea bass and halibut.
All right, you've got somebody on here, XO two something, and saying that they love Captain Daniel, but not really thrilled about the hat, Daniel.
The
Somebody out there.
49ers hat.
Yeah, somebody's not a Niners fan out
Oh
there.
man, it's all right.
Have you been a Niners fan for a long time?
Oh yeah, my whole life. Yep.
All right. Well, shoot. Yeah, I know how that is. I watch my football on Saturdays, so
Oh,
I'm a
okay,
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame.
Yeah, and there's a
There
lot
you
of
go.
haters.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
In one ear and out the other. It's all good.
man, there's nothing like going to the Coliseum when they're playing SC, dressed in green and cheering, surrounded by Trojans. Man, there's nothing more fun than that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shoot, man, that all sounds good. So we've got kids fishing free on Sunday. We've got good rock fishing. You had some extraordinary lingcod fishing. I'm still see those fingers. They're crossed
Mhm.
about tomorrow that we could dig up 10 people here in the bottom of the ninth. I think it'd be great. I mean, it would
Yeah.
be a good time to go with the weather forecast, right?
I haven't seen a day that looks any better this year than tomorrow on the forecast there. So I'd be pretty stoked to go. But yeah, if you guys would like to come out fishing, got to make a reservation pretty fast here before the landing closes and takes the trip offline. But if we can get like 10 or a dozen people or so to sign up, we might be able to go out.
All right. I got confidence in the Freeman Adventures family. How do they contact the landing, Daniel?
Yeah, so you just call Ventura Sportfishing at 805-676-3474 and ask about the Island Spirit. Or you can check it out on venturasportfishing.com. It's pretty easy to book online there also.
And you're going to be talking more than likely to Saul, maybe. And man,
Yeah.
he made his
Yeah, you can
debut
talk
on
to Sal or Ben inside the office there tonight, and they'll help you out.
Saul made his debut on that Freeman Adventures
I saw
video, and
that.
he was friggin'
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he did great.
I know Mackie, when we left, he was like, God, these guys are really good, man. We got to come back here and do more with these guys. And just one more time, Daniel, it all came down to customer service and how great you're not hiding in the wheelhouse. Some captains do
Yeah.
that at times. You're down on deck,
Mm.
you are instructing, you are helping, and your crew. Those guys were a lot of fun. They were fantastic. And man,
Yeah.
the burgers on there. Bert really cranked them out. Those were freaking good, including, I think we should discuss one more time, the Daniel burger.
Yeah.
What is it? One more time. What's your favorite burger?
Yeah, so it's you can make it a single or a double, but it's got to have bacon, banana peppers, lettuce, tomato, fresh onion, and peanut butter and jelly on the buns.
I love
pretty
it, man. I didn't try one, but maybe
Yeah.
next time I will. Hey, if you have another question, pop it up there now. Daniel, one more time again, how do we get in touch with Ventura Sportfishing?
Yeah, so you can call the landing there at 805-676-3474, 805-676-3474, or online at venturasportfishing.com and ask about the Island Spirit there. Like I said, we'd like to go out tomorrow. We still need quite a few more reservations to make that happen. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we need more reservations also to roll. Really looking forward to taking you guys fishing. So if you want to come out with us, there's not a better time. Weather looks nice. Fishing's been pretty good. Be pretty stoked to have you guys out on the boat soon here.
All right. Good weather, great crew, great food, great fishing. I don't know how you can beat it, man. It's really an opportunity that if I could get up there, I would do it. And I'll be up before our trip, man. We had way too much fun to not come
Awesome.
up again.
I like it.
Thank you,
Yeah, it's always a
Daniel.
good time. Thank you so much, Phil.
All right. Always good to see you. I'm glad I'm back, and I'll see you again really soon.
Awesome. Yeah, glad you made it back safe. We'll see you soon.
Take care, my friend.
All right, take care. Bye.